it's that time of the year, Euro 2024. I am excited about international football. I think the timing of this tournament is really great because we've just finished the Premier League. By the time this finishes, we'll be very close for the Premier League to begin again. And then we've also got the Copa America as well. So in this video today, as you can probably tell by the title, we're going to be doing the Euros 2024 predictions. First of all, I know a lot of people have been doing this, but I think this is the best video for it because whatever I'm going to say and whatever I'm going to predict today is going to come true. And that's the difference between all the other videos on YouTube and mine. So if you do like this, and if you are a gambling man, please make sure you guys subscribe and like this video so I can do a lot more for you guys. All right, without further ado, let's move on. So obviously there's 6 different groups. We're going to start off with Group A with Germany, Scotland, Hungary, and Switzerland. All right, so we're not going to be messing about here. I'm going to go from top to bottom. The first, it has to be Germany for me, even though recent history sort of tells us they are going to bomb this again. Because they are the home nation, I feel like that's going to be enough for them to go past the group stages. Now, they are 3 times European champions. Them getting knocked out in the 2018 World Cup and the 2022 World Cup in the group stages does not sort of help the case. They also got knocked out in the round of 16 for the last Euros in 2021. However, Nagelsmann's a new coach. He's been relatively successful. I think the experience mixed with youth, obviously I'm talking about the likes of Toni Kroos and Thomas Müller, with Florian Wirtz, who's recently won the Bundesliga with Bayer Leverkusen, as well as Musiala. They might be able to do something here. Alright, so first I'm going to go Germany. Alright, second, Hungary. Dominik Szoboszlai, I think that one man makes a massive difference for this country. They've done relatively well in the qualifying. They're undefeated during the qualifier, which is insane. So undefeated in qualifying, they finished second in the Nations League as well. They have a 14-game unbeaten streak at the moment, which is absolutely crazy. Nobody saw that coming, so for the second place for this group, I'm going to pick Hungary. Alright, third, I'm going to go with... I was going to go with Switzerland, but something is telling me Scotland because they beat Spain and they beat Norway in the Nations League. They beat Spain 2-0, which is crazy. I think they are going to be a tough team to beat. So I think I'm going to go for Scotland third. And then obviously last comes Switzerland. Switzerland, they haven't done really well in the qualifyings. They've got the most goals conceded in qualifying. You know, that's a massive issue if you're going to be leaking goal in international tournaments. So I think that's how it's going to be. Moving on to Group B, I think this is a group of death, honestly. Like, I think we'll start off with first. I think first is going to be... It's going to be Croatia for me. I think we keep doubting them. We keep saying that it's an aging squad with Luka Modric and Bosnic and Itch. But they've experienced 2 heartbreaks because they've been in 2 World Cup finals on 2 different occasions, which is an insane achievement itself. And I think this is sort of the last straw to perform well. A slightly better version of Belgium, but in the similar boat in the sense that they both are an Asian squad, and this is sort of the last chance to sort of do something with the squad that they have. So I'm going to go for Croatia purely because of vibes. All right, stay with me here. Second, I'm going to go for Spain. Look, Spain is a really good squad. They've only lost once in qualifying. They won all their games, which is around 7 games. They've lost 1, and they need to find that balance between youth and experience. They've got, you know, Yamal from Barcelona, who's 17 years old, and they've got freaking Navas, that's 38 years old. Spain, I'll go second. They've still got Pedri, they've still got Rodri, insane midfield. Third, I'm going to go with Italy. They can't qualify for the last 2 World Cups, but they won this competition in 2021. So that's the beauty of international football. But they had world-class players back in the day, you know, back when they won the 2020. We got Bonucci, we got Chiellini, but now the coach is different. We've got that Napoli coach, Spalletti, and they barely qualify for the Euros. I think they just scrape by. I think they have the worst squad in terms of like the big team names, like the big team names that we have. I think they have the worst squad in that sense. I think they come third, and Albania, unfortunately, I don't know much about Albania, but I know they scored the fewest goals of any Euro team to win the qualifying groups. But they do have the second best defense after France, which is something to say. They are going to be tough to beat down, but unfortunately, they don't have the firepower up front for them to keep hold of the 3 teams that are in their group. So Croatia first, Spain second, Italy third, Albania fourth. In saying that, I feel like the top 3 in this group are all going to qualify: Croatia, Spain, and Italy. I just feel like that's going to happen. All right, moving on to Group C. Oh, here we got the mighty Englands, or the mighty bottle jobs. That's what's going to happen with England as well. But nah, England, I think, pound for pound, have the best squad. I think the players have got 2 potential Ballon d'Or winners, which is absolutely crazy, in Jude Bellingham and Phil Foden. So I think they might do all right this year. So I'll go with England first, no messing about. I'll expand a little bit more on these teams when it comes to the knockout stages. Second, I'm going to go for Serbia. They've got Vlahovic, they've got Mitrovic, Tadic, all the itches up front. They've done relatively well as well. Haven't done particularly well in the qualifying as well, but they're still qualified. So I'm going to go for Serbia second. Denmark conceded the most goals in qualifying. That is not a good sign. Also depend way too much on Haaland up front. He's only scored 7 goals for Manchester United this season. Conceding the most goals and relying too much on one sort of individual up front, I think they come third. And in saying that, last will be Slovenia. Not gonna lie, don't know much about them. Any Slovenian fans, I apologize if you're watching. Just in the comments down below if I've had a stinker here. All right, so we've got Group D. We've got Netherlands, Austria, France, and Poland. All right, no messing about here. I think France goes on top. I think their squad is just meant to win international tournaments, and we've seen that with the World Cups and with the World Cup finals and the Euros and everything. So like, I feel like Kylian Mbappe's tournament, he could potentially, very good chance of him winning another major international trophy to add to his caliber. Second, I'm going to go for the Netherlands. Obviously, we've got Van Dijk, we've got Frankie de Jong. They do lack a little bit of firepower up front. It's the same name, Depay, Cody Gakpo. I don't know if they'll be able to sort of scrape past in the knockout stages, but I think in this group, I think it's 1 and 2nd Netherlands. Third, we're going to go for Austria. I think Ralf Rangnick, United fans are not going to like this one, but Ralf Rangnick, can he translate his methods into the international stage? I think last would be Poland. I don't know. They finished behind Albania and Czech Republic in the qualifying. That's insane. They are bad. And Lewandowski, unfortunately, one man cannot do wonders for this team. All right, Group E, we've got Belgium, Slovakia, Romania, and Ukraine. Belgium, last chance for the golden generation. You know, to be honest, I don't really have any hope for this. I wouldn't even be surprised if they finish third in this group. However, I would go for them as first. Still, you know, they've got world-class players. You know, you got, you know, Kevin De Bruyne still going at it as well. Doku is an exciting player. He might do wonders for Belgium. They've got Trossard coming off on his great form with Arsenal as well. So still, I think Belgium would come first in this group. Second is a bit of a tricky one, but I'm going to go for Ukraine, actually. Ukraine could be Mudrik's breakout tournament. Could he silence the haters? Or I think I'm going to go with Ukraine. Ukraine, I think it's a good squad, and obviously with the recent, you know, with the recent sort of news coming out of Ukraine, I hope that is a little bit of a motivation for them to perform at the big stage. So I'm going to go for Ukraine. Third, I'm going to go for Romania. Purely the fact that Slovakia is not that good, because Slovakia had trouble beating Luxembourg in the qualifying. You know, Portugal put 9 past Luxembourg. Like, it's insane. So I'm going to go for Romania third and Slovakia last. All right, last but not least, we've got Group F. Group F, we've got Portugal, Georgia, Turkey, and Czech Republic. First has to be Portugal. They have one of the best squads individually, and I don't know how they're going to perform as a team. That's going to come under question, but I think individually they have the best squad in terms of the midfield, the back line, the players up front that they have. It's overly balanced squad. I'm a massive fan of the midfield as well. They've got Paulinho, Bruno Fernandes, they've got Vitinha from PSG. Up front, they've got the main man Cristiano Ronaldo, got Rafael Leao. Backline, they've got Pepe, Ruben Diaz. They've got an abundance of players that could do really well. I think Portugal's going to go really far in this World Cup. I'll say that right now. So Portugal first. Second, I'm going to say, look, Turkey. We sort of did that Turkey in the World Cup as well. We said that Turkey would be the underdogs in the last World Cup, and they ended up losing all 3 of the games and finishing last in the group. So I don't know if I want to put Turkey over here. They did lose to Hungary, and they did lose to Austria as well. They lost to Hungary 1-0 in the qualifying, and they lost to Austria 6-1 in the qualifying, which is not a good look. So I'm not too sure if I'm going to go for Turkey, but what I'm going to go for is maybe Czech Republic coming second. And then I'll still say Turkey coming third, and then Georgia coming last. Georgia is the lowest FIFA ranked team in this competition, and this is the first time in the Euros. So it's more of a vibe that they're just happy to be there at the moment. So that's what I feel. So for third place, I'm just going to pick the top 4 that are going to sort of qualify for the round of 16 who finished third in all of the groups. So I think I'm going to go with Italy, Denmark, Austria, and Turkey, according to my predictions on the group stages. All right, so round of 16. So the first game of the round of 16, we've got Germany and Serbia. Germany and Serbia. I think that's going to be a good game. It's going to be a lot closer than a lot of people predicted. Germany, I'm not too sure if they have the firepower up front with Kai Havertz, Thomas Muller, who's a little bit of an aging squad, Florian Wirtz, who's just won the Bundesliga with Bayer Leverkusen. So However, I think Germany has enough quality to sort of, outplay Serbia. So I'm going to go with Germany over here. We've got Hungary and Spain. Look, Hungary is really good. Like, I think their recent form, they're 14 games undefeated. Dominik Szoboszlai is their captain. But I think Spain overall is, obviously, in terms of quality, in terms of paper, they are a better team. But make no mistake that Hungary could cause an upset, but I think I'm still going to go with Spain. Sorry guys, I know it's a bit boring, but like I said, this is, if this is the only Euro video that you're going to watch to predict a video that's going to sort of spit out all the right answers. So whatever I'm saying is actually going to happen, believe it or not. All right, Croatia and Turkey. Okay, so this is tricky. Turkey, I would say they will just scrape through from 3rd place and then go to the round of 16, finishing 3rd in the group. Croatia, I think Croatia, I tipped them to finish 1st. I think I have to back Croatia, man. I love Luka Modric. I love that team. I love the fact, and I hate the fact that they didn't win the World Cup against France. Despite reaching the World Cup final like almost twice. So Croatia, I would say. England, Austria, let's not play about here. I think England's the better team over here. Portugal, Italy. Look, I don't really like Italy this year, man. Like, I don't feel like Italy have the players that they used to have. I think Jorginho is their best player, which says a lot about them. I'm not saying Jorginho is bad. I'm just saying like the caliber of players between Portugal and Italy, and Jorginho being your best player doesn't really show much in your team. So Italy, they got Barella as well. Obviously, they don't have the Bonucci's and the Chiellinis and the Verrattis as well. And but Portugal, look. Portugal defensive midfielders, Paulinho, Nuno Mendes. They've got Bruno Fernandes. They've got João Felix. They've got Cristiano Ronaldo. They've got Rafael Leao. They're very strong at the back as well. They've got Pepe, who's touching 40, or he's probably 40 years right now. But that performance against Arsenal in the Champions League round of 16 was unreal. They've got Ruben Diaz as well. They've got such a gun squad as well. Apart from the goalkeeper, which is the only weak link, I think they are a really good squad. So I think I'm going to tip Portugal for this one. Netherlands versus Ukraine. This could also be very tricky, but I think Netherlands would edge it. It would be a low-scoring game in my opinion. I think both of them would sort of struggle to score goals, but both of them would be hard to break down. Netherlands with Van Dijk, with Nathan Ake, up front, they've got Cody Gakpo, they've got Memphis Depay, Frankie de Jong still there. Gini Wijnaldum, he's sort of past it, but he can still contribute as well. So I think I'm still going to go for Netherlands. Belgium and Denmark. Look, this is where I'm going to go for the upset. I think I've lost so much faith in Belgium. I don't know, like, I think it's from that interview that I watched from Kevin De Bruyne, when Kevin De Bruyne literally admitted that they were too old to sort of compete in these international stages, and they're never ever going to he basically said they're never going to win a tournament like this. So when your own sort of captain doesn't believe in you, who am I? Yeah, so I'm going to go for Denmark for the first upset over here. Højlund's going to shine in this game, and that's going to make Manchester United fans happy, because I keep slating United, honestly, in this channel, so I think I'll give a little bit of love to them as well. They've got France and Czechia. What's up with these teams changing names, or even Turkey? It's Turkey and some Turkey, or like Czechia now. I don't know. All right, France and Czechia. Look, it has to be France. I don't see France, going out this early in the tournament. I don't see an upset happening as well. But you never know. Football is a funny game, but I think France is going to go through. All right, quarterfinals, lads. This is getting very spicy. Croatia and Germany. Yeah, now we're talking, bro. Now this is where I say goodbye to the host. Croatia, I think, despite maybe not being a better squad than Germany, pound for pound, I think Croatia would cause an upset here, because Croatia causes an upset in every tournament that they go to. The last World Cup that happened, 2022, they knocked out Brazil. Brazil were one of the favorites to win that World Cup, man. And the manner that they've knocked out Brazil in extra time and then penalties is insane, bro. So I'm going to go for Croatia over here. Portugal and Netherlands, great sort of rivalry here as well. I'm going to go for Portugal. The reason I'm going to go for Portugal is, like I said previously, I just think that the quality is unmatched. It's going to be a tough game. Netherlands are going to be very tough to break down, but I feel like the creativity that they have in the midfield, and also the creativity and the firepower that they have up front, matched with the defensive wall of Paulinho or Nuno Mendes, with Ruben Diaz, with Pepe, João Cancelo as well, who I forgot to mention previously. I think Portugal's quality is just going to outweigh Netherlands here, and Portugal's going to go through. Denmark and France. Look, France goes through here. I think Denmark quarterfinals. I think it's a great achievement for them if they reach the quarterfinals, but I think France is going to go through over here. England and Spain. Oof. Now this is a game that I would love to see in the quarterfinals. That early on, to see that kind of game, this is the real test for England. So this is the thing with England. England, when it comes to these massive games, they always sort of crumble, whether that be in penalties, whether that be errors, or just the quality just outweighs them. I don't know what it is. It's the pressure. But this England team is a lot more experienced than the England teams in the past tournaments. They've gone through the heartbreak against France. They've gone through the heartbreak as Italy in the previous Euros. This is a more mature England side. They've got Jude Bellingham. They've got Phil Foden, two players who are arguably in contention to win the Ballon d'Or. We can't ignore that. They've got a world-class midfield. They've got a great experience, like a great mixture of experience as well as a young experience, might I add. And I think England just edges it. Spain, I'm not too sure what they've got. Alvaro Morata up front, man. Like, I know, no offense, I love Morata. I love his, I'm a big fan of his agent as well. He's gone on every world-class team and he's performed. Not performed, but he's gone to every world-class team. But I think this is where Spain kisses goodbye to the Euros. Yeah, it's a big thing that I'm saying right now, but I think England goes through, bro. Okay, semi-finals. We've got Croatia versus Portugal and France versus England. Oh my god. All right, so first of all, Croatia versus Portugal. I must say, this is a bit tough, because this is where I'm going to follow my heart. No, actually, I'm going to follow my head. Portugal is going to go through to the finals here. I'm sorry. I just feel like Ronaldo's going to do something. I think a lot of people are going the easy way out. They are saying that Ronaldo's going to be the flop of the tournament. But even though he's playing for the Saudi Pro League, you can't ignore the volume of goals that he's scored this year. We've got Gonzalo Ramos up front, who's played for PSG as well. They've got Vitinha in the midfield as well, man, pulling the strings. Bernardo Silva, I didn't mention. Like, these are players that are world class. There's not one non-world class player in the Portugal squad. The only thing that they're gonna get, like, the only reason they're gonna get let down is if their coach makes a rash decision like he did back in the World Cup, putting Ronaldo on the bench for a quarterfinal or a semi-final. I know the coach has changed, but this is gonna be a big test for Portugal, and it's also gonna be a massive test for Croatia. But I think Portugal is gonna be the first team in the final. Let's go. All right, France versus England. Now, this is a repeat of the World Cup in 2022 in Qatar. France got the better of them in 2-1. Could England do something here? Could they do here? France, they've got Kylian Mbappe, Moussa Dembele. They've got Kante coming back as well. Upamecano. It's hard to look past the quality of this French side. It's hard to look past the fact that they are World Cup winners, World Cup finalists as well. They've won the Euros. They've been in the Euro final as well. It's just so, the quality in there. It's just the England, even though England's been through a lot in terms of experience, I do not know if that experience matches France. It just doesn't, bro. Like, I would love to say England could go through, you know what I mean? Like, I know England fans are, hungry for an international title, especially with this golden generation, but I just can't see past France, bro. France goes through for me, and the final comes to Portugal versus France. It's a repeat of the 2016 Euro finals. This could be it. I think this could be where France edges it, or could Portugal do something again and upset against France again? This is where the big players step up. This is where the Kylian Mbappe, Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva. I don't know, man. This is where it could go either way. It'll be great for either team to win it, but I'm just gonna go for Cristiano Ronaldo winning his second Euro championship and winning the Euros. I think, yeah, as much as I love the France squad, as much as they are the favorites, I would want to go for Portugal, just because I feel like the squad is a lot more balanced compared to France. Now, that is my predictions over here, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if I've had a stinker, in any of these stages. I probably have, but this is exactly what's going to happen in this year's Euro, and I'm very excited for it. Like the video so I know you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.